how I turned my dream and idea of owning a wine brand or making my own wines into a reality. So, without making it a bit more complicated and long, I actually didn't start off as somebody who enjoyed wine or was in within the wine industry or had a background in wine. So, I studied biotechnology at CPUT, and that's what sparked the interest for winemaking, because at the time I was majoring in fermentation and microbiology, and those two subjects or those two interests led me into wanting to learn more about winemaking and wine. So I ended up working within the wine space. I started off working in Stellenbosch, working in production, and that's where I learned everything I know about winemaking, the production of wine. And I ended up working for one of the biggest wine and spirit producers in Africa, and I worked there in the quality department, overseeing the quality process and quality assurance of wines and spirits and liqueurs as well. And so once I was done, after a few years, I decided that I wanted to go out on my own and actually build a name for myself within the industry. And that's when I realized that there was actually need for representation of young Black women within the industry. And that made me want to launch my own wine brand. And so I decided to have my own wine brand, which I started with just 100 bottles of wine, which were sold out within a week. And that led to me introducing the second wine, the third, and now I have 11 different wine varieties within my range. I also now produce about over 80,000 bottles of wine a year, and my wines are now accessible, online, and also with certain retail partners such as Tops and Macro. And I also own a tasting room which is located in Hartbeespoort, and we've also elevated the brand by introducing premium lifestyle events within the company. So I ended up also after completing my national diploma in biotechnology, I ended up taking a short course in garagist winemaking at Stellenbosch University, and I continued my wine education with Cape Wine Academy, where I had done the introduction to wine course, certificate wine course, and I ended up with the diploma wine course. And my idea or ultimate goal is to now qualify for the Master of Wine program and complete that. But that will be something that I'm looking to complete in the few years. And I hope that this little story inspires you and gives you an idea that for you to make it within the space of wine, you can come from any background,